Slayers are definitely one of the most important things you can do in Hypixel Skyblock, especially because they unlock new items and they allow you to do a lot more things in the game. Now, a bit ago, the tier 5 Revenant was added to Hypixel Skyblock, and it's quite of a hard boss, especially for newer people. Now, if you could easily do the tier 4, it's not even sure that you could do the tier 5 because it does a lot of damage, and there are some tips and tricks that can help you actually kill it. But what are these tips and tricks, and what methods can you use to ensure that you always kill it without dying? Because it is quite a difficult boss if you're not in game or have really good armor, or if you're already zombie 8 and have access to shredded or something like that. So in this video, I'm gonna show you my tips and tricks on how you can easily kill this boss, plus a spot where you can stand where you can kill it without it barely damaging you. And before this video starts, with this video, I'm doing a 1 million coin giveaway to 3 lucky people. All you need to do to enter is subscribe, like, and comment your username down below, plus your favorite Slayer. That's all you gotta do. I also have a 10 million coin giveaway in my Discord right now. When that giveaway runs out, there'll be a new giveaway and so on. There'll be unlimited 10 million coin giveaway, so you should probably join my Discord. It's the first link in the description. And let's just get into the video. Now, first of all, let's talk about what armor we're going to be using. Now, you can pretty much use whatever armor you want to use. I mean, to an extent. What I would recommend is that you either wear Necron's armor with the Tarantula hat, or Reaper's armor with the Reaper mask, of course. You can see for the Necron set, this just has Wisdom 5, and then the Tarantula helmet is just a normal helmet. They all have Ancient, and that's pretty much it. And then they're all recomped, of course. For the Reaper boots, it's pretty much the same, but they have blast protection, which is something that's really important for this boss, because he does throw big TNTs at you, which is, they're kind of painful. They're all ancient recon pieces, and then of course I have a necrotic Reaper mask just to wear. Now that's the armor I would suggest. You can try other armor, but in my opinion, this is what works the best, especially when you don't have the most amount of money to spend on this, and if you're not Zombie Slayer 8. Now for the weapon, if you're not Zombie 8 yet, I would recommend either having the Emerald Blade with the one for all enchantment on, and telekinesis. You don't really need telekinesis, but it's pretty nice to have. Now the issue with this one is that it doesn't have too much DPS to use the scuffed method, where you can pretty much just stand still and kill the boss, but it works. Then there's the Reaper Falcon, which is also pretty good. It has a pretty high DPS, meaning you can easier kill the boss. Along with that, you could put one for all on it. It's just expensive, or you could probably buy one for cheaper with only one for all on, but that's up to you. I will have to say that this works, and you can copy exactly what I have, but it's pretty much up to you. Now last, when we kill the Crypts for the boss, we're gonna be wearing the Wolf Pet, and when the mob spawns, I'll be using the Griffin Pet. Now you can see the stats of the Griffin Pet right here. It has pretty good stats, which will definitely help you with this. You could also put a turtle helmet on it or something like that, which would also help a lot, but that's totally up to you. You can pretty much use whatever damage pet you like. Blue Whale might also work if you take a lot of damage, but it's pretty much up to you. I would, however, recommend the Griffin. So I'm going to be showing you 2 methods on how to kill this boss. One of them being the Scuffed method, where you can pretty much stand still and kill it, where you just have to click a bunch, and the other method where you have to move around a bit more. One of them is with the Emerald Blade, and the other one is with the Reaper Falcon. So we will start a new Slayer quest, and we'll just kill all the Slayers, and then I'll get back to you whenever we're close to spawning the boss and show you the first technique with the Emerald Blade. I'll be using the Frozen Scythe to kill off these, but you can pretty much use whatever weapon you have. It's not really required to use a Frozen Scythe, but it makes it easier. At least I think so. Okay, so now it's about to spawn, and basically what we're going to do is we have an Auto Slayer rule on right now that's going to transform a wolf into a Griffin Pet. Now you could yourself, if you don't have a Slayer rule, change into a Griffin Pet, but just do that before the boss itself spawns, because when the boss spawns, you want to be ready. Now for this first method, what we're going to do is we're going to be running around in a circle, basically using its combat to get knocked around and hitting it, just like so. It's pretty simple, and you could place down the Overflux, Mana Flux, or Radiant Power, or whatever you have. We're going to put it down, but it's not really needed because you can do this pretty easily. So if I spawn the boss just now, we'll place down the Overflux, and we'll just run around in circles and pretty much have it hit us around. Now you should not really be hit by the things it spawns, so pretty much just try to avoid the TNT it makes, because it does a lot of damage. As I mentioned, you can use the knockback it gives you to get knocked away from these rings, but it still does do damage to you, so it's kind of dependent on how much damage you take. Now when it does this, you want to hit it a few times and then run away just a few blocks, and then go back when it's gone. It does regen health. You want to make sure that you keep a consistent hitting rate on it, because otherwise it'll just regen all its health, which is not what you want. Now I want to say that this method is not the fastest. It does, however, work if you are struggling with it. So this is pretty much a very beginner method and beginner friendly method, but it will take you way longer than any other method would. Now you can see that we fairly quickly have gotten it down, and now we'll just run away whenever it's doing this again and place down another Overflux, so we're ready to go again. Now when it gets closer to dying, as you can see, it's gonna spawn more TNT. So what you want to make sure is that you're never in one one of these TNT blocks. It's just a matter of running around you more and making sure you're always staying out of them. Just try not like running around like a maniac, just sneak around or something like that. Now, as you can see, it has 700k health, and we should have been really close to killing it, which we will do in just a second right here. There we go. That was pretty simple. It did take a while, and if we do look at the Maddox, it probably took us around 2.5 minutes total. It took us 2 minutes to kill and 2 minutes to spawn. Now, the spawn rate depends. I did spawn a few of the boss crypts the wrong place because I wanted to show it here. This is definitely the place where you want to do this technique. But now I'm going to show you the one that, in my opinion, is the best one. And what you want to make sure of here is that you have a Reaper Falcon. Now, the Reaper Falcon has an ability that heals you 10 hearts per hit. Plus, you deal more damage to zombies, etc, etc. You could have the one for all enchantment on, which would definitely help. Have it recomped, have all of that. That will help you a lot. It'll be more expensive, but it'll definitely be worth it. Now, mine isn't perfect, but it's still possible, and that's what I want to show you now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start another Slayer quest right here, and this time, where we want to spawn it is over here. Now, we want to spawn it down here, and pretty much what we're gonna do when the boss spawns is that we're gonna look at these iron bars here, and we're gonna stand right here. We're gonna stand right here, make sure we keep staying here on these two front blocks right here. Now, here they won't really be able to hit you with the TNT and things like that, so that'll definitely help you a lot when spawning the boss. Now, once again, you can't place your overflux down or something like that. It's not really needed, but it does help. And it's also important to remember that sometimes will pull you front, so just make sure you keep holding S down or something like that, so you always can go back and make sure to locate this. Now, you could probably do it here as well, but it is a smaller area, so it's pretty much up to you where you think it's more comfortable. And we should spawn in just a second. So what we're gonna do right before we kill this thing is we're gonna place down the overflux, we're gonna kill it, and it should spawn just now. We're gonna place this right here, and then we're just gonna butterfly kick on it. We're gonna keep clicking, and it'll pretty much just run around. In a second, it's gonna start spawning the TNT right there. But as you can see, we're actually not taking damage from the TNT, which is what's really good about this spot. Now, you will have to remember that you will take a lot of damage actually, but you just have to keep hitting it and keep getting back to the spot. And that's pretty much all you gotta do to survive. Oh, of course, it'll make the little nuclear thing once in a while where you do have to run away. But as you can see right there, we did take a lot of damage. So we'll have to get back fairly quickly. Now it's gonna do this. We're gonna hit it a few times and then run away just like so. And then go back and start hitting again. Now, as you can see, we're pretty much killed it now. There we go, and it's dead. That took us pretty much no time. So if we go here and look at the Maddox, that took us around 41 seconds to kill it. And that's, of course, not being the strongest in the game right now. And not even having zombie 8, so being able to use like the shredded axe of shredder or something like that. Now, of course, with the axe of the shredded, you'll have a lot easier time with this. But it's definitely a really good method if you just want to get into tier 5 zombies and maybe get the Warden Heart. So I do hope that you enjoyed this quick tier 5 zombie slayer guide. It's really helpful, in my opinion. And definitely, if you want to get into tier 5s and you don't have the right gear and you don't have the right levels, etc, etc, and this is all you have, then it's definitely recommended. It's not the most expensive thing to get into, and you can make a lot of profit if you do drop the Warden Heart. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, join my Discord in the description, and all I can say for now is bye!